Jesus came once. Remember, we always talk about him as a baby, him growing up, and all the historical events that took place with his life. That was the first time he came to earth. But the second time, he's not coming back as a human anymore. He's coming back as the ruling king and the judge who will judge all nations. The way we live our lives every single day has its consequences. The word consequence just means it's a result of our actions. So let's say we do something good. The consequence of that is most likely a reward. The consequence of a bad choice, for example, not listening or lying and stealing, would be a punishment. All of our actions here on earth will have a consequence in eternity. And what is eternity? Eternity just means the life forever after. All the time that's going to be spent in the afterlife, after we leave this planet, this earth. Well, there's a time where Jesus is walking and teaching his disciples, and he tells them about the last days and the last judgment that will take place. And he uses a picture, kind of a representation. It will come a time where the judge will separate the people. He will put the sheep on the right side and the goats on the left side. So everyone in this earth who is obedient to the voice of God, which was his word, they will be set aside on the right. It doesn't mean like literally on the right. It just means on the correct side. And then the left will be everyone who was disobedient, who was ignorant, who didn't want to listen. And they're called goats. Well, what happens to the sheep and what happens to the goats? The consequence of doing the right is a reward. And everyone who was considered the sheep would be rewarded with eternal inheritance. Well, what about the goats? Unfortunately, they will pay the consequence and receive a punishment. And that punishment is eternal judgment and suffering in the lake of fire. And based on our actions here on earth, we will have to pay the consequences for all eternity. And that doesn't mean 5 minutes. That doesn't mean a timeout for 5-10 minutes, or we're grounded for an hour or a few days. This is eternity, which means time doesn't stop. It goes on and on and on and on and on. There's no end. Many people don't take the time out of their day just to think about the reality that we're not going to be here forever. Eventually, we will leave this earth, and there's no second chances. Once we're gone, and the things that we did here on earth will reflect how we spend eternity.